15 minutes of fame. Let's go.
Alright, so we live, man. 15 minutes of fame radio. You know, I finally touched that Toronto soil, man. You know, what's up, man? Introduce yourself to.
What's up, baby? Gully TK, Mississauga's very own. We're here, King of the Dot, Blackout 5. So it's crazy.
Now, you know, first and foremost, man, I want to commend y'all, man. I've been a fan of the movement, man. I love how y'all handle everything, man. Very, you know, stand-up guys. You know, what exactly is Gully TK's position, you know, in King of the Dot? I mean, you know, I know you always co-host.
Yeah. My main thing is Ground Zero Battles. It's pretty much another league that's affiliated with King of the Dot, trying to find a lot of new talent. I'm all over the place, always looking for new talent, trying to build them up so we can get guys up on that bigger stage so we can keep things growing. And at the same time, we only do 2 big King of the Dot events a year in Toronto, so I'll throw these Ground Zeros in between just to keep a lot of these battlers active, give them a shot. And then when it comes to these big events, I'm whatever needs done, I'm there getting it done. Like I'm side by side with Organic pretty much every day, making shit happen. So I'm all over the place, man. I do everything.
Is it, you know, more of, you know, are you involved in making the cards and, you know what I mean? Like, do you have, you know, like that type of pull, or is it more of a friendship?
Yeah, no, it's. When it comes down to the matchups, a lot of the battles, they'll be like, we just shoot ideas back and forth all day. Like, we'll be like, yo, we're setting up Blackout, this is what we're doing. So we'll sit there side by side, shooting back and forth ideas, and as soon as something clicks, it's like, all right, boom. And then usually Organic, he'll get it more in depth with the battlers, with the money and, you know, all the contracts and whatnot, but I'm pretty much just there. I'll do that shit sometimes, but, you know, more so just a lot of the ideas and yeah, at the events, man, I make sure everything runs smooth. I'm all over the place and make sure everybody's good, and you know, our staff's so big that there's so many people that everyone's just kind of all over, just doing whatever needs to get done. So.
You know, speaking of, you know, that, you know, the finances, you know, Disaster and Cassidy, for example, you know, getting big paychecks. You know, does that hurt you guys? And also, you know, are the battlers, you know, getting a little bit Hollywood with the prices? I mean, has it hurt battle rap? And,
definitely,
you know,
I think that, you know, you get someone like Cassie, like, yeah, years ago he did his thing, and like he was like a well-known name amongst the battle community. And then when you get battlers nowadays that have pretty much like opened up the doors for it, like nowadays, they see that someone like Cassie's getting 200K, whatever the number is, and then they're like, hey, well, if he's getting that, then I want this. And everyone nowadays is just asking for like ridiculous numbers. Like, it's crazy, like just getting some of the requests that are sent out, but you know, I guess it's just the way it is now. So I guess that's a game change right there. But that's pretty much like, yeah, I noticed a big change. Like once that happened, everybody's just now like, you know, they're trying to push for a little bit of extra because they see that there's that kind of money, which there's really not. That was just a one-off event that some billionaire dude was just like, yo, I'll invest and make this shit happen. But there's not that kind of money, like, you know.
Yeah. Now, you know, speaking on that too, you know, like, you know, Lush won King of the Dot. He was involved. That was his event, correct?
Yeah.
You know, now I kind of, you know, we get confused from the public because, you know, King of the Dot kind of get attached to events, you know, out of the blue, and you know, did that hurt you as a brand, man? People thinking that King of the Dot really had something to do with the Disaster Cassidy event?
Definitely, because they see that Lush One's there. Lush One's like affiliated with King of the Dot, part of King of the Dot, so they just assume right away, oh, Lush is doing it, then it's King of the Dot. And I believe like the King of the Dot logo was thrown on a couple of the flyers, which it wasn't supposed to be. So people right away were just like, oh, it's King of the Dot, like everything's all good, blah, blah, blah. But it wasn't really at the end of the day. It was just Lush was, I guess, contracted to do one event with them, and that was it. Like none of us were a part of it. I wasn't there. Ganic was there, but he was just in the background, just, you know, he was just there out there chilling. But it had nothing to do. It wasn't a King of the Dot event. It had nothing to do with us. But, you know, people just they assume that, you know, because they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They just see that Lush is there. They see Ganic up on stage. They're like, oh, it's King of the Dot. You know, it's affiliated. But nah, that event had nothing to do with us. That was just
where you know, the Lush, you know, like the relationship. I mean, as of right now, you know, is it strained because of situations, or I mean, are y'all pretty much still rocking with him?
And no, Lush is that's forever a homie, man. I look at him like a big brother, so you know, that's forever a homie to me. Like, as what's going on behind the scenes right now, I'm not, to be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I'm so focused on what's going on in Toronto right now, so I don't know. But yeah, he's still fam. Like, he's squad all day. Like.
Where. Yo, before we get out of here too, now the Blackout event, we here, Toronto, biggest event of the year.
Crazy.
Does you not be able to promote the battles, you know, cause it's a mystery event.
Yeah.
I mean, we only know 2 battles. You know, does that hurt y'all? You know, how do y'all do a whole event and not tell nobody who's battling? Like that's a big selling point.
I think it's crazy because all these other events, they're all similar. You know who's battling. So when you get something like this, it just brings that excitement. Like, yo, like what's going on? Like the whole mystery. They'll see the names, but yeah, it's tough with us because I can't talk to someone like, yo, this battle's going down. You can't do that. But at the same time, what's gonna happen is the day of the event when you see like, you know, the names come Bishop Brigante, and no one's gonna know who he's facing, and then they see who he is, and just seeing the looks on everyone's faces, like, wow, like I never expected that because the card has not leaked. Everybody's been trying to guess the card. You'll see everybody do their predictions. Everyone gets like 2 or 3 battles right, but no one gets the card. Like the card is not leaked. There's very few of us that know what the full card is, and it's gonna be crazy just to see the look on everyone's faces because they have no idea. They think they know what battles are going down, but it's like it's not. So I think it's dope, man. It's just something different. It brings fun into battle rap. I personally get excited for this. It's not like the rest of this shit gets kind of boring, man. You're doing the same thing over and over, but to me this is excitement right here. So I love it. This is my favorite kind of event.
For all the King of the Dot fans, man, around the world, you know, that's gonna watch this, man, and you know, any words to them, man? I mean,
sit back, enjoy the show, man. It's about to get crazy because you guys think you know the matchups, but you don't. And the matchups you do know, like look how big those are. Hitman Holla versus Shoddy Horror, like that's classic right off the bat. Like that's just such a good matchup style wise. And then we got the title match, Pat Stay versus Sharon, like that's the biggest title match ever that we've done. Like it doesn't get bigger than that. So, you know, make your food, roll your weed up, get ready because you guys are gonna enjoy the show, man. It's about to get crazy.
Yo, man, thanks for your time. You know, yo, if you could, man, shout that 15 Minutes of Fame radio out.
What's up, baby? It's your boy Gully TK, King of the Dot, Blackout 5. You are now watching 15 Minutes of Fame, man. I fuck with it all day, you dig? Let's go.
Now you got me getting in my bag. Now I'm about to talk my shit. Look, I'm not hopping out this foreign thing to go battle John the Don. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
I'm not over here dusting off. I got the iPhone 7. Niggas don't even know that.
Ice, man, what's up, man? What you thought about that classic?
I'm just happy he got the chain, baby.
Listen, man, that's my brother from another mother, man. You know what I mean?
Yo, and real talk.
Ice. This is my favorite battle.
my guy, right?
Tell me right now, Ice didn't have the performance of the night, though. That's nuts.
What you thought about that?
15 minutes of fame. Let's go.